Okay, we are live. I'm here with Sophie, and just as a little introduction, I became aware of Sophie last year. I saw her name, and we were traveling in a lot of the same affiliate marketing groups, and just gradually seeing her more and more. And she was super helpful, and I could see the growth of her business as she was. Making posts and getting more and more active. And we're both having our YouTube channels that are kind of growing at similar paces. And so I'm kind of watching what she's doing and kind of staying connected with her. And Sophie was gracious enough to agree to an interview for my new interview series, which is Women Entrepreneurs. And I'm starting out with women in affiliate marketing. And as I said in my introduction, I hope the men don't get offended, but they usually get all the attention in this industry. And I know that there are so many successful women that don't get any attention at all. And so what I wanted to do was shine a little light and show people that there's many different routes to success, and there's no one exact method. And everyone's kind of got some different challenges that they deal with. And so it's just kind of to show one, that you don't have to be perfect, and it's a matter of taking consistent action, and anybody can do this. So let's get started. I've got some questions for Sophie. And the first one is what country do you live in?
Oh, thank you. First, thank you so much for inviting me here, Debbie. I live in Switzerland, in the middle of Europe. I come from the UK, but I live in Switzerland.
Okay, fantastic. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so this timing here seemed to work out well for the both of us. Not too late for her and not too early for me, so this worked out really well. So I had sent Sophie some questions just so that she'd have a chance to kind of think about what she wanted to say. And each one of these interviews will just be a little bit a little bit different depending on who I'm talking to. And they will all be, like I said, posted in Facebook and on YouTube. And after the live, I'll be going in and putting in Sophie's YouTube channel link and Facebook information. So make sure you go and connect with her and see what she's doing, because she's fantastic. And let's see here. So first question, how did you get started in affiliate marketing?
So, how did I get started in affiliate marketing? I was thinking about this. You know, Debbie, I first became interested in making an income online a long time ago in 2009, right? But I never made it work. I kind of Googled and tried quite a few things, but I had too much perfectionism in me, right? I always thought this is going to be too difficult. I'm not good enough, rather. I'm not good enough. And so yeah, and then I had a fourth child, and anyway, many things kind of got into the way. But I eventually, in 2016, I had a major sort of catastrophe happened in my life. Well, catastrophe, something really big happened in my personal life and kind of rocked my world. And by 2018, I decided if I want to do something for myself online, I have to do it. And that's basically, how I 2018, beginning of the year, I decided I am building a business online. And of course, I didn't find affiliate marketing straight away, but I needed something that fitted into my busy life because I have 4 kids. I home educate 3 of them. Still, our eldest one has left home. So I needed something that I could do alongside a very busy life. And that's basically how I found affiliate marketing in the middle of 2018, in a
So
nutshell.
yeah, so one of the things that that I really admired about you is that you're a super busy mom with 4 kids, homeschooling, doing all this kind of stuff, and yet you can still fit affiliate marketing around that. So it's just like sometimes people say, well, I'm don't have the time, but when they see other people and what they're doing, it's like Wow. Okay. I guess I do have time. um,
Yeah.
let's see. Um, what inspired you to be an affiliate marketer? I mean, I know you said you tried some other things.
Yeah, I think what really got me hooked was precisely how relatively easy or simple, let's say, it was. I didn't need to create my own product. The very first thing I tried was Amazon FBA, and with that, it got me completely stressed out. I had to order stock and inventory, and I was sort of having a nervous breakdown after a few weeks. So, but with affiliate marketing, of course, I suddenly thought, oh, wow, I can actually, it's realistic for me. I can create content. I don't have to create my own product. I can just talk about certain things and build it gradually and make it work also in a way that brings me in the long term passive income. My idea wasn't to create a full-time job for myself. My idea was to create something that would work for me, and generate some income without me having to work 10 hours a day. So I think that's really what drew me to affiliate marketing, was the relative simplicity of it, and the fact that it was realistic for me with my life, really.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can kind of make your own hours and kind of fit it into the nooks and crannies of your life, as opposed to saying, okay, I'm going to be, at work for these 8 hours, and that's all I'm doing for those 8 hours.
Exactly.
Okay, and you kind of already said that you just really started focusing on your affiliate marketing business in 2018.
Well, I'd say I was thinking about that. I'd say I discovered affiliate marketing in the middle of 2018. But honestly, for the first year, until the autumn, yeah, roughly September, October of 2019, I did not really know what I was doing. Honestly, um, I, I, I did make a few sales, but I was pretty lost as to know exactly what to do. And it's only really in the autumn of 2019 that I started understanding that I had to create content, that I really had to, I created my YouTube channel, that I had to be consistent about that. So I would say that I've only really been doing it the way I'm doing it now, for 18 months, since October 2019, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole business of creating content can be daunting isn't quite the right word, but I know when I first started, I thought, well, I'm learning, so I'm using my time effectively. And so I got caught up in the whole learning, thinking I was doing really well. But because I wasn't creating content, my business really wasn't going anywhere. So it's once you learn that you really need to start creating content, that I think I think that's when you kind of take your business to the next level.
I agree with you completely. In fact, I think this is kind of how we met. I think we met roughly in the fall of 2019, when we were in this a 30-day content creation boot camp, right? And
Yeah.
and that's really when yeah, I mean, it's funny our journey online. I don't know what your experience is, but certainly for me, there's steps, right? There's moments when I feel I'm staying at the same level, and then I suddenly go up one step, and then I stay at the same level again for a while. And so, I had a major moment when I did the One Funnel Away challenge in March 2019, where that taught me to go past my comfort zones. I started going live every single day on Facebook, and I really, that helped me tremendously do what I feared, just go public with all this. But then in the autumn of 2019, it was more this content creation thing. This just go ahead. It doesn't matter if it's imperfect. You have to create content. And then there was another step, but we'll come to that a bit later on, that really made a big difference as well. That was a bit about 5 months down the line from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as an affiliate marketer, there's always tools that kind of make the job easier. What would you say are your favorite tools that you like to use?
Yeah, so I'd say, obviously there's the one essential tool. I always say, the autoresponder, right? I just feel like I could not do this without that tool. But on Facebook, definitely, I'm not doing Facebook marketing really at the moment, but definitely when I was doing it seriously, Facebook Chrome extensions are like super helpful. I use called, Facebook Social Accelerator, that really helped automate quite a few things and definitely helped save time. It's not a miracle, but it definitely saves quite a lot of time. And I've recently discovered another one that even, lets you schedule your Facebook posts. So that kind of got me to think, I might just do a bit more Facebook free marketing again.
Yeah, I love that scheduler. It's awesome. So
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
So I'd say definitely these ones, and otherwise, on YouTube, definitely. I have a couple of tools that help me with keyword research and everything. Morning Fave is my absolute favorite. I love it. It's really helped me grow on YouTube, I feel. And that's kind of it. I don't have a ton of tools. Although I'm thinking, Canva is amazing, right? For making graphics, yeah, Canva's got to be one of my favorites. Actually, I forgot about that. But other than that, I keep it fairly simple. I don't have too many tools, but a few like that, they really help.
Yeah, I think tools can really help you save a lot of time, and there are just a couple of tools that I think are critical to making this whole business work well.
Yes. Of course, I didn't mention ClickFunnels. Because that kind of goes without saying that I have ClickFunnels for my funnels, and I do find I personally really, really like it. So yeah, there's a few things. Affiliate marketing, I find, is really, there's a very minimal investment, isn't there, compared to another business. But there are a few tools that I just feel, I couldn't really do this without them. And certainly the autoresponder and the funnel builder they're two essential ones. And then a few others just make my life a bit easier. They're not essential, but they're pretty much essential when you're doing this, alongside a busy life.
Yeah, they make things a lot easier. But I would agree that a funnel builder and autoresponder, so you can build your email list, would be the two main ones. And if you are doing something like solo ads, then obviously a link tracker can help save you a lot of money too. So
Absolutely,
okay.
yes.
Do you have a mentor, and do you recommend
it? Yes. So that was, when I was speaking of these steps before. So of course the mentor, I did sort of jump in and get a mentor in January 2020, and that was another thing that really helped me sort of go up one step, basically. Yes, I just find that I have one regret. It's that I didn't get the mentor earlier. I thoroughly recommend having a mentor. It really helps take the right action. For me, it really helped me trust that I was doing the right thing, because before I had the mentor, I had no one who was way ahead of me. So of course I was following gurus and, people who've done this before, but there wasn't this one-on-one input. So with the mentor, it really helped because he was actually telling me, yes, this is right, or look, this can wait, and it meant that I didn't really hesitate all the time and second guess and worry that I wasn't doing the right thing. So I think really it saved me time and money as well, because before I was always sort of starting something and then thinking, maybe I've got it wrong, so maybe I've got to try something else. Whereas this more or less stopped when I had the mentor. I mean, of course, sometimes it's difficult to resist checking something out, but generally 90% of my doubts were basically eliminated with when I got the mentor. So I thoroughly recommend it. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's another area where Sophie and I connect, is we both are using the same mentor. And after this video goes live, I'll be adding his contact information in the comments. So if you're interested and feel like you want to have a mentor, you'll be able to connect with our mentor there. But I agree completely. Having a mentor, because a lot of times success doesn't come quickly. And I think a lot of people end out quitting just before success happens because they don't know that they've just got to stick with it a little bit longer. And that's one thing that the mentor can say is, hey, you're on the right track. You're doing the right things. Just keep doing it longer and success will happen. And I know for myself, before doing the mentor, like what you were saying, you do one thing and then you start to question, well, what if this is the wrong opportunity, or maybe I'm not doing the right stuff. Maybe I better go join this other thing over here, which will then suddenly help me get my success that I'm looking for. And you get a lot more of the shiny object syndrome going on if you don't have someone that you can contact. And that's one of the things that I really like about our mentor is that, one, he's super active in the Facebook group, and you can message him directly and he gets back to you. So you're not it's not one of those group things where, you just put information out and just hope someone gets back to you. So I've been super happy with the mentorship. And for me personally, I would agree that having a mentor is really critical. Someone who's been there and done that and can show you that you don't need to reinvent the wheel every single time. So that's cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. I completely agree with you.
Okay, so what do you like about affiliate marketing?
So what I like about affiliate marketing is, well, what I said before, it's simple. I don't have the responsibility of creating my own product, of dealing with customers who complain, who return stuff, who stuff like that. I find it's that's very nice about it. I also like the fact that I get to create content. I get to discover precisely a course or a tool or something that if I like, I get to discover it, I study it. Then if I like it, I find it useful, I get to create content around it and recommend it to people. So for me, it's creative. It means I'm helping people because I'm very careful with what I promote. So knowing that I promote things that have helped me personally, so I know they're helpful, it kind of, I don't know, I guess it makes me feel good, it makes me feel quite happy that I've done that research for other people and I'm going to recommend it. And if they buy it, I know that they're going to get good quality. So I find in that sense, it's very satisfying. And yeah, I really, I like that very much, really.
And then the other side of that question is, what do you struggle with or not like about affiliate marketing?
So what I struggle with is mostly some things I find difficult in the affiliate marketing world, I would say. Um, uh, there's there's some shady stuff going on, and that I don't really like. I struggle with people who fake it until they make it, who pretend that they're making a ton of money when I know or I discover further down the line that actually that's not true, or that's only very partly true. I don't like the yeah, the boasting sometimes that, some affiliate marketers I find maybe making a lot of money, but I don't like the way some affiliate marketers are just, really sort of bragging about it. That I don't really like. Uh, at times, I also must say it's a bit frustrating to not have my own product. Okay, it's kind of, I guess, the flip side of the coin. On the one hand, I have that peace of mind. I don't have to deal with the customers and all that stuff. On the other hand, sometimes I feel, especially as I progress along my journey, sometimes I sort of see, oh, well, I would like to teach that, or I think this should be added maybe to a course or to, so sometimes I have this itch to, or this urge to create my own product because I'd kind of like to be in control. Sometimes also programs change. Fortunately, this hasn't happened, for me, for instance, in my our mentors program. But, I have had the experience that I had a good course, I liked it, then something changed, and then I thought that was wrong. So that can be a bit difficult sometimes when you're convinced of a product and you've told everybody this is great, then suddenly you have to say, well, no, actually, I'm not promoting it anymore. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable. So I feel if it was my own product, I'd kind of have myself to blame. Um, and I'd also have the satisfaction of having produced it myself. So maybe that's what I don't like so much. And I think in the long run, I'd like a mix of affiliate marketing and my own smaller products, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, because I've kind of had some similar experience where you start out really liking a product and either they change it or they suddenly disappear and then bring it back at a higher price and you have to pay again, or there's kinds of things that you really need to watch out for. So being that's kind of, I agree with you in terms of areas that aren't so great about the industry. Have you had any other online business besides, I mean, you mentioned the Amazon FBA. Have you had any other ones?
So I'd say the Amazon FBA doesn't really count because that was only a few months, and then I never really, yeah. I guess technically it existed, but not really. Otherwise, I mean, I do have a little sort of side business that's called Easy and Gluten Free, where that I've always been wanting to grow, but it exists. There's a website, and that is really a project that I'd love to grow, but I haven't really had time. So I guess that's the closest I ever got to my own product. But other than that, no, I mean, your question was online businesses, right? Or, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yeah. So online businesses, no, because I'm just thinking I have had my own business offline before, but that was in another life, and that's not online.
So that would probably relate to the next question is any previous marketing experience that you brought to the table that's helping you with your affiliate marketing business?
No, so absolutely not. I have when I started, I had zero experience in marketing, sales, nothing at all. No, absolutely not. My first training is in psychology. I am, I guess, still a psychologist with a specialization in psychotherapy. So totally not this field. And I'm kind of emphasizing that because I think many people have this block, right? Oh, but I know nothing about this, and I've never done this before. Well, I'm living proof that it's possible because I really had zero background in the field.
Yeah. And then, so this kind of, again, relates to that. Have you always felt like you have an entrepreneurial spirit, or is this something that you've just kind of discovered on your journey?
I love that question, Debbie. When I read that question, it got me thinking. I thought, what is being entrepreneurial really? So I kind of thought about it, and I guess I have. I mean, if being entrepreneurial is being creative, thinking outside the box, believing that you can, really going for something, and wanting to make, having ideas, right? Having lots of ideas and wanting to make them real, then yes, I think that's always kind of been in me. And I know that even as a as a young teenager, I always found little ways of making money. I would teach English because, I grew up in French speaking Switzerland. So, but I spoke English fluently. So I would teach English. I had a little English class at one point. I translated things. I always, then when I got into psychology, I always tried to work for myself. I created my little practice. And I've always gone for my ideas, even though I had, as I said in the beginning, for years and years, I let my perfectionism and my imposter syndrome get in the way. I still always had this first impulse to go for my ideas. And then I kind of panicked, and many things I abandoned. But I guess I've always had this in me. I've started writing many books. I've kind of always had this big creative side, I guess, and I've always believed that it's possible. So I guess if that's being entrepreneurial, then yes, I've always had it. But I waited a long time to really go for it properly, I guess. It took me a long time to just, now I know I'll never give up on this, I mean, as long as I live, kind of thing. It was for a long time. I was half with one foot in, but one foot out. If that's even an expression, I don't know if it exists, but I've just made it up.
Well, I would say it sounds like you've always kind of had the entrepreneurial spirit in terms of creating, your own business and going for what you want, and kind of that belief in yourself too. I think that's all part of that. So I would say that you have been.
Thank you. I take it as a compliment.
Well, I think it is. It takes courage to be an entrepreneur, and
We
not that
know
there's
it,
anything wrong
Debbie.
with not being an entrepreneur, but it just takes a certain um, mental attitude or a willingness to do things and possibly not succeed, and kind of to go for not necessarily taking the safe route on everything. So
Absolutely. I mean, I think as long as you are doing things the way most people do them, and this is not a criticism on what most people do, but as long as you're staying on the beaten track, it can be painful, it can be difficult, it can be boring, whatever. But there's a certain, it's reassuring in a way, right? Whereas when you start doing your own thing, it's exciting, but it's also quite scary. It's so yeah. There's the two sides to it, but I think it does take courage, absolutely. And again, I mean, I see what you're doing, Debbie. It's amazing. I mean, I'm just in awe of all these entrepreneurs around me who are doing amazing things. So it's very exciting.
it's a whole new group or environment of people to be around, that's for sure. And I think one of the things with being an affiliate marketer too is, or solopreneur, is usually you're by yourself, and so it's really important to connect with other people for support and ideas and all that kind of stuff, because just being totally by yourself can really start playing on your mind a little bit.
I agree with that, and that's something I didn't mention. But yes, in the not so nice things, it's that's one thing as well. You're totally right. At times it can be lonely, and many people doubt and think affiliate marketing is not even really a thing, and or don't understand what it is, and it can be really lonely. Absolutely. So I really value online friendships and collaborations and the way we support each other on YouTube or in our groups. That's so important. You're absolutely right. No, totally.
Well, we have gone through all of the questions I had written out. Do you have anything that you want to add before we wrap this up?
I just want to say again, thank you so much. Debbie, thank you so much. And maybe just a little word for anybody who is hesitating or, who's at the beginning of their journey. I just really feel strongly, well, precisely just what we just said. Don't stay alone. Reach out to people who've done it, who are a bit ahead of you, and just believe that it's possible, because it just, if you stick to it long enough, it just works. It does, and it's not always easy, but it's amazingly satisfying, and it's just so worth it. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. And again, thank you so much, Debbie. It really, I love being able to talk about it, being given a voice. It's really, really precious. Thank you.
Well, thanks for agreeing. This was my first one, so I'm sure as I do more of them, I'll get a little smoother at the process. But I really appreciate your agreeing and letting me do the interview and being so enthusiastic. So, like I said, I'll be adding Sophie's information, not only Facebook, but YouTube information in the comments below this. So make sure you check her out and subscribe to her YouTube channel and join her group. And I will see you guys on the next interview. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, everyone.